Hi, Martin Brown and Greg Sestero, and we are at Snappers talking about, well, a bunch of things. But first of all, your book, The Disaster Artist, which is about filming The Room. A compelling book, man, but I got to tell you, it amazes me that some of the stories that are in there, that guy who filmed it, what's his name again?
Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy. First of all, the movie just blew my mind. It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
And then the stories behind it make it even more interesting.
Yeah, I think the stories behind it are in some ways weirder than the movie.
Yeah, because honestly, he just seems sometimes like he's in his own world.
Yeah.
And he has no problem with that.
And that's kind of what the movie's like.
Yeah, definitely. If you have not seen The Room, you have to see The Room. But once you see it, you have to buy this book and read it, because it just adds a whole layer to it that isn't there when you're watching the movie. So you're here from California right now.
Yeah.
And where in California do you live?
Pasadena area.
Okay. I'm not 100%.
Near LA.
Okay. I've got a son out there in Glendale.
Yeah, that's right near, right next door.
Okay. So, and how long did it take you to get out here? How long is the flight?
It's like 4.5 hours or something.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Well, why do people whine about flying from California? It's not bad. Do you have
not at all.
the time zone, I guess?
Yeah, it's all good though. This is a great spot. The beaches are great. And
now, do you have this kind of humidity out in California?
not quite, but I kind of like the humidity.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got yard work when come to my house tomorrow because it was miserable out there today. So, when you were doing the book, obviously you're in the movie also. What do you think in the book is the one thing that people would, one of the things they'd find most interesting, not knowing until they read the book?
I think really the friendship that existed between Tommy and I before the movie, ever came to be. We were friends like 4 years before we made the movie, and just how much the movie is actually based off of that, and like how much it's based on real life, like Tommy's view of life and his experiences. Right.
Now, when you were filming it, did you feel like you were nervous about what they were doing, or you just went along with it?
You've read like the first. I was never going to be in the movie, and when I reluctantly accepted to be in the movie, I just figured it was going to be this off-ball movie that your friend is making, and no one would ever see it. So I kind of just went along for the ride.
And then once he did it, and he was putting everything together, you kind of
I didn't think it would ever be really shown. It's hard to get your movie out there.
Right.
It's a tough business, so I just didn't think it would ever see the light of day.
Now, aside from this, what are you doing now?
I'm working on a TV pilot idea.
Yeah.
And I just did a film recently with the guys who do 5-second films.
Yes.
They made a full-length feature.
Oh, very cool.
So the movie stars Patton Oswalt. Comes out this summer.
Awesome.
And there's something to do more writing. Ironically, being in the room, it opened a door to getting back into writing, which is what I really like to do.
Now, I also heard that they're making a movie, and now it's based on this book.
Based on the book. Yeah.
Wow. So how is that? I mean,
it was one of my goals when I wrote the book to have it turn into a movie. I feel like making a great movie about the making of a bad movie would be kind of an ambitious goal. And
and you've got some big name people that are actually going to do it.
I think it's going to be really exciting.
So you have a role in that, like executive producer or anything like that on that?
No, I mean, I just basically would, do whatever I need to do to make the movie, help them make the movie.
Okay, very cool. So, awesome. You've got to see The Room, and you've got to read this book, because it makes The Room, I don't know how to say it, makes it more interesting, I guess, when you see what's behind it. So, great book, nice job. I like the way it reads.
Thank you.
It's just perfect. So, you've got to see The Room, and then you've got to buy The Disaster Artist. I said it wrong. Artist. So edit, fix that in post. Yeah, right. The Disaster Artist. So, you've got to go out and get this once you see The Room.